What's up, y'all? You know what time it is. It's about to be that time.
Hey, everybody. All right. We're here. We're here. We made it. 20,000 subscribers. All right. Behind me, I'm trying to build the shelves a little bit, sort of the way that they used to be before I moved. They are still a work in progress. These are not done by any by any means. There's probably characters that are laying on their backs because I have not finished, but you know, still, we're working on it. We're working on it. I mean, I like what I have here for Wano. Rainford's getting there. This is going to be Dressrosa. Probably, let's see, this is going to be Whole Cake over here, and I haven't decided what this is going to be yet. I got Water 7 at top. No idea what the top part's going to be there. I'll probably put something over here, and yeah, and that'll be what we're seeing from now on. Hopefully, I get it, you know, looking right. But seriously, everybody, thank you so much for 20K. What a journey! You know, this is 20 hundo. 20 hundo, we're here. All right, and we're here for 1040. We got, again, as always, the VOD for this right now is going to go to the new VOD channel. And because people have been asking me for months and months and months to get into Twitch, Chrissy and I will both be getting in on Twitch action. So I put it as sort of like a cold thing in the last video where I was like, is there any interest in me like doing Twitch? Chrissy wants me to like Twitch the new Pokemon game. I just like to give Pokemon random nicknames. So I think that that's something that I'm going to start this week. And then Chrissy's going to start Twitch pretty soon as well. I know that she's been talking about her channel. People have been getting excited for that. You know, before we moved, we did record some content for Chrissy's channel, but the thing is like, for both of us to do edited content is kind of tough. So she thinks Twitch is going to be a better like thing for her. So this way, like, everybody wants to see what she thinks of Hunter x Hunter. Well, she'll do live reactions to it on Twitch, and I'll do like my live reactions to the anime over there. To One Piece, because I tried doing it here for 1008 and YouTube like yelled at me. So that's another reason for me to go over there. I want to be able to still like watch the anime with you guys and just do general watch throughs, playthroughs, casual stuff. I think it's going to be fun. So without further ado, the link to my Twitch is in the description. It's just going to be twitch.tv/RandyTroy. You know, I'm not creating some new name or anything like that. But we're here. 20K, guys. It's about to get spicy.
It's about to get spicy.
All right. They're coming for us for 20K. Take a look at the chat real quick, and then I'm going to get into this. Jin said I'm gonna have 200K subs next year. All right. Thanks, Andrew Austin said Goat got 20K. What a time to be alive. Lucy B can't join today, but have fun. Thanks, Lucy. Loggy made a tweet people are talking about. I haven't seen it yet.
Savage.
Shout out to my guy Steve Schoenbach. He said, "Happy Friday, Randy. Happy 20K subs. You better go grab your apron and mitts because this chapter brings the heat on feet. It's a 20 out of 10 chapter of the year." Hands. Ooh. Okay. All right. You guys are hyping this up. This is great. Oh, this is a new one. Randy, not Randy D, Randy late anymore. It's Randy Lade. Yeah, we were a little delayed, but I was like you know, it's like a new setup, so I was like doing some new things. Oh, I got my guy Najib in here. Finally made it to a stream, and it's the big 20K. All right, we're here. Sin was going crazy. That's my guy. All right. Falling on deaf ears. Okay, so let's see. Let's think about what I was looking forward to in this particular chapter. I'm really hoping for some more Hiyori and Orochi stuff, but you know, we'll see what happens. And that clicking moment for Yamato with the bombs. You know, we should start with some lawn kid stuff to kind of button that up. And people are saying he don't feed. Like, are we getting some Sanji this chapter? Because that'd be kind of wild. All right. Ooh. Now this is I'm very excited about the cover story. So this is something here. So Big Mom herself, and I need my OST here. So Big Mom is responsible. She personally came and said, I'm going to take care of these Germa people myself. Leave it to me. Alright. I'm loving this. Just grabbing Niji by the throat. Punching Yanji down. They didn't stand a chance. Alright. Oh, man. Okay, here we go. Yep. So we're picking back up with Kid and his electromagnetic railgun. So he is shooting Big Mom down into the crater. Let's go. Hopefully, I mean, or at least his railgun is like going through Onigashima. Which would imply that it's going through Big Mom. So, I mean, like, that's... Okay. Let's see. Big Mom is smirking. She's holding on. She's not letting them send him... Oh. Okay. Alright. Second page. We got what I assume are Kid's fodder on his team. What? She wasn't blown away? That's not enough to put her down! You gotta be kidding me. She's taking it, damn it. The two of them are already at their limit. Now, seeing Law's fodder. I'll let you choose your fate. When this attack is done tickling me, you can either give me 50 years from your lifespan, or you can go on as my slaves. Life or slave? Oh, see, this is what I wanted. Oh, Big Mom, turn it up. Soul Pocus. Oh, okay. All right. Oh, she's pulling souls. That's the next page here. Boss, maybe we should fall back. She's stealing our lifespans too. She doesn't look like she's anywhere near death's door. What a monster. Okay. Captain, we gotta get out of here. The lifespan from this guy with the mask that's always there with Law's crew that doesn't have a name. See him getting his souls pulled as well. You guys go ahead. I was expecting Law to be like out though. For him to be standing, that's impressive. That's impressive. Fred Scott said, JD Legends chat called Kid the Yonko Tickler. It's factual. You think the last gasp of an old windbag scare me? Your death screeches are doing my ears in. Alright, so we got some room action here. Souls are coming out. She's an emperor and they're not scared at all. Oh, please. Misery's there. Please, please let Misery hit one of them. Please. That's all I want. That's all I want. Hold tight, mama. I'll save you. I'll handle this. Just like the man who saved my life. Silently? By dying and getting shot? Okay. That's sort of a weird line. Like, I mean, like Corazon. I'll handle this just like the man who saved my life. Okay. Let's see what he means. Damn, Emperor, you just don't know when to quit. I'm sending you packing straight to hell. Alright. Yeah, let's get those Coras in the chat since Corazon got mentioned here. Ah, silence. Okay, so this is interesting. So he's able to use his ability to sort of replicate Corazon's ability. It's also kind of savage. Because it's like, my ability is so broken that I can do exactly what your fruit does and all of this other stuff. There's no noise. This technique cancels out every sound you make. Shout out to the boy Corazon. We got the Corazons in the chat. I can't hear you, mama. Oh god, does Misery have to be controlled by voice? Have another. Oh, wow. Did Law just cut Misery in half? Oh, well, I'm not getting what I wanted. Just wanted one person to just get hit. That is a great panel, though. That's a phenomenal panel, though. Gotta give Oda, the credit where it's due. The framing. Law in the middle, Big Mom underneath, the room, Misery on each side, Kid coming down with the, another damned punk. I'm guessing by the end of this, they're going to send her down. Let's see. All right, next page. Prometheus, Hera, come help me. All right. She's moving down below, saying hi to Yamato. Big Mom. Why didn't that make any noise? I just think it's crazy that Law can, literally just do what an entire other fruit could do. Oh. Big Mom just grabbed a bomb. Oh boy. Interesting. She set off one of the bombs. Yamato, with the quick play, moved over a piece of the castle to sort of block the other bombs from getting hit. Kazembo getting a little taste of it, splitting off. Orochi-sama! floating away. All right. How OP do you want Law to be? Oda? Yes. Yeah, I like that. Route 13 said, not another damned punk, he didn't stop shooting. Yeah, I know, but I mean, like, he yelled damned punk again, so it's like, alright. Did yelling it again make it stronger? Oh, I just saw a little bit of Hiyori in the corner of this double page. Alright, let's see. Alright. Damn it, this is all your fault. Are you listening, Roger? Why did you have to go and say all of that and start the pirate era? Okay, alright. Alright. So Big Mom falls into the crater. This is what we were talking about. Fantastic. The whole world bought it. The great pirate era. Your time was up, so it didn't affect you. We're seeing the effects of Big Mom going through the castle on everybody. We're seeing Chopper getting rumbled around. We're seeing Old Man Hyo moving around. We get a slight little update with Robin and Brook. That's good. All those brats came flooding in, looking for their chance to shine. We get this crazy update of Zoro, which I did not expect. I thought maybe we wouldn't even see Zoro for a while. But Zoro is pickety-packed. Like, fold that man up in a suitcase, take him to work. Alright, he's... I don't know, you're gonna have to check that bag. That's not a carry-on. Alright, he left us to deal with it. Hiyori's doing her concert. I wonder which song in her catalog she's on by now. The least you could have done was tell us about the One Piece before you croaked. It is real, alright. Orochi falls over. Slight update on on Raizo and Fukurokuju. So they're on fire. So you know what that means.
Bro, look, he got the heat on feet, bro.
Water. I need water. Armed Dragon 3 said confirmed that the Reaper is not Brook. Yeah, but like, whoever thought, I don't know. I never once said it was Brook, so. There's story cues for different things like that. You know, it's like we can go back to the, you know, the Odin drawing that ended up being Kanjuro. You know, it's like, what serves the story? Why would you have this panel? For the Brook gag? No, you wouldn't. Oda, you know, is a savage sometimes with things like that, but he's not going to take a gag and stretch it over for it to just be Brook. Because that's just petty. We'd have known it was Brook in that chapter if it was a gag. What is it? Where is it? Does this country hold some of the answers? It's so frustrating. Kid Law, I'll never forgive you for this. You better not think this is enough to kill me. Emperor Big Mom versus the new generation. Live floor battle. Victors. Eustace, Captain Kidd, and the Sergeant of Death, Trafalgar Law. Alright, so the bombs fell and hit Big Mom. Alright. Alright. Interesting. Now, is Law's room around this explosion to hide the sound as well?
Another one.
So that would be kind of interesting here. Shout out to my guy DJ BJ32, member for 9 months. Big Mom still has a chance for Elbaf. My dude, much love. Definitely does. Definitely does. Oda's not going to say, you better not think this is enough to kill me, and then not have Big Mom get up from this. She is just being removed from the plot for a little bit. We got Threevil in the chat. I still have another page to read, but I'm just catching up on these supers. Nick Can't Snipe said, at this point, Law can just control reality inside his room. Dude just yoinked Corazone's move. The Calm Fruit does one thing, and Law took it. Yeah, exactly. And Yamil Diaz said, is Room a stutter or a name of a new attack? Let's not go in too hard on the man. Good point from Bweezy. Bweezy Bird said Hiyori playing music with mask equals act ending. Well, that has been the case. Alright, so now we have Kid and Law looking sufficiently packed. They defeated Big Mom. This is huge. This is really huge. I can only imagine, since that wasn't the end of the chapter, that there has to be something at the end of this. Boss, Captain. Oh, Yamato. Momonosuke. Why is there a hole there? Is that the basement? Yeah, one of these bombs just went off just now. Thankfully, I was able to freeze the others before the whole armory blew. Glad you're okay. I have a lot on my plate at the moment, so listen, please. Zunisha is getting pretty close now. What? You mean the elephant Odin mentioned in his journal? Exactly. It committed a serious crime 800 years ago. Back when it was Joy Boy's companion. What is Momonosuke trying to say? Break next week. Yo, shout out to Woden Creative. This is like the best colorization I think I've ever seen from them. The usage and the shading of the blues and the purples and like just everything orange and yellow, the balance of color here is really intense. So give this guy some flowers. That's amazing. Oh, that's an interesting coloring too. This one by Majkan. That's really dope. Like this realistic version of Wano in the background with the room and the explosion. I'm reading the chapter notes real quick. In Japanese, the subject is debatable in Big Mom's line about Wano holding something. At a glance, it's easy to presume that it's still the same as the previous sentence, but we feel that answers is more appropriate given the context of the speech as a whole, since it maintains ambiguity and fits the intent best. Assuming otherwise gives the impression that Wano holds part of the treasure. The impression isn't evident in the Japanese, so the wording we settled on leaves that option open, while also accurately conveying the intended meaning of our monologue. Her core frustration with Roger is over the lack of information he left behind. Her dialogue suggests that Wano might hold the key to some of these mysteries, making sure that nuance comes across as our top priority. And that makes sense. We've seen from Kaido talking about Wano as well, that Wano is special. So
Savage.
There we go. Shout out to Gabe C, member for 7 months. Said Zoro fighting the Grim Reaper. Let's go. Yeah, that's confirmed. That's confirmed. but we knew that because we've been talking about it. We knew that. My guy Loggy Doggy said congrats on 20k. He said still nowhere near what you deserve. Here's a beer on me. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Nick Can't Snipe said, does this mean in the end the bomb gets the final W? Glad to see Brook being the Grim Reaper getting debunked. Wonder if Sanji will save Zoro from falling. Was that the implication in the thing that Zoro was falling? I thought he was just sort of laying there. Yeah, it just looks like he's laying there. Unless you mean like in a more, you know, like falling, like, you know, getting beaten, you know. Well, we know that Frankie's on his way to find Zoro, right? But he may have trouble, and it may be that Sanji helps find Zoro because he had the Denden Mushi. If there's anything left in Zoro to talk or give some sort of a direction, you know, that may help. Or Frankie's just on his own trying to find him. Evo said the another ones are really loud. How do I change that? Let's see. Maybe I fixed it. Let's see. Shout out to Cassidy. Super Chat said, not happening, but hypothetically, if one of the Straw Hats were to betray Luffy entering the final war, who's the most likely culprit? If one of the Straw Hats was going to betray Luffy? Ooh. None of them. Seriously, like, not a single one of them. Nobody, none of them, the core crew are betraying Luffy at all.
Savage.
Is there something that like makes you think about that? Let's see. Let's see. Let me know. Let me know if the sounds are fixed. I lowered what I think the sounds are doing here, but yeah, I wish I could give a better answer. I mean, it's like Zoro's not betraying Luffy unless he feels like Luffy's not worthy of being a captain, you know, and that's the only thing he would do is like exit from there. Usopp, I don't think he's, you know, if he got captured, he said that he would give things away, but I think when he was really put into a situation like that it's not going to happen that way. Nami,
Savage.
no.
Savage.
Yeah. Frankie, definitely not. Robin, not after Eni's lobby. Jinbei, why? Brook, no. Sanji, no. Yeah. Wish I could give a better answer, but I just don't think anybody would betray him. Lee Vasquez said, I like the new shelf. Randy, thank you. It's a work in progress. It's not... J.R. Bichard said, do you think Onigashima could be Joy Boy's skull? Now that would be interesting. So then we have this like giant like Oni riding Onigashima. That, I mean, that would be kind of nuts. I think that it's the original Oars, personally. But like, you know, the whoever the predecessor was for the Oars we saw in Thriller Bark, like that Oars' dad or something, like the real continent puller. DJ BJ32 said
Savage.
Zo was a ship that ate a fruit. It had a soul like Going Merry. Yeah, that could be interesting. How are the sounds now, guys? Because I definitely lowered them. And shout out to JQ was here. Said, this adds weight to the theory that Oars is Joy Boy. Now I've actually never heard that. But that's interesting. Because if Oars was the continent puller, united all of this stuff, that put Wano, stitched Wano together, that's interesting. Because as companions, they would at least be somewhat similar in height. Also, Oars is a continent puller, and what is Zunisha? We might be getting somewhere there. That's kind of interesting. Chin said, "Congrats on 20K, long overdue." Thank you, Chin. Appreciate you. All right, I'm getting sounds are fine now, so that's good. Yeah. Sorry for blasting ears there, guys.
Savage.
And big shout out to the 421 people in here. Thanks for dropping in. If you missed it earlier, we're gonna start twitching soon, gaming, anime reactions at twitch.tv/RandyTroy, and Chrissy's going to be twitching as well in the coming weeks. I'm gonna start it off, learn basically how to use it, and then get her started, and she's gonna be twitch.tv/Chrissy Varley. So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna give it a try. But we're gonna keep the streams for chapters here, so it's just anybody else that wants to hang out and see other stuff. Gabe C super chatted, said new meme, use this kid, the Yonko tickler. This is just it's so disrespectful, but you just have to blame Oda. Oh man. My guy Threeble said, Randy's catchphrase is so goated that I catch myself randomly saying savage in the most similar voice possible, or with my OP friends. You know, it's funny when me and you know, my cousin Eddie Heartthrob, you know, when we were doing all of that, because I mean that's him saying the savage, right? At first he did a version that was like hard, you know, he's like savage, you know, and I was just like, no man, you gotta put some more air in that. You gotta like there was definitely some direction there. I was like, no, you gotta make it sound like it's about to like come right before a ballad or something. He just went savage, and it's a wonderful thing. Eddie's got a new song out, guys, so if you guys follow him on Spotify, he's got a new song called Bet On Me. It's a schmanger. Shout out to Michael Lacoste, said in the panel after we first see Zoro, You see him actually falling with the rubble. Okay, I need to go and catch this. Oh, missed that. Thank you. Thank you for pointing that out. Oh, man. Oh, that's crazy. Maybe Momonosuke spots him? That's... Oh, wow. Wow. What is Oda trying to do with Zoro? Oh, man. Moritz Dank said, there is a silhouette in the panel below to deal with. The page where Big Mom has a monologue about Roger. Any theories? There's a silhouette in the panel below to deal with it. Okay, so the deal with it thing is that's, I mean, that's definitely Zoro, because you can see the 3 swords. So the implication is that that's a continuation of that. So Zoro's there, all of everything that's going on with Onigashima is moving, and then Zoro is falling. Oh my god. Is he gonna land on... that's... The only way... I don't know. I think the only way for him to get out of that is Momonosuke's got to spot him and, like, catch him, and then maybe Momonosuke, like, drops him off right where, like, Hiyori is, and then that's, like, the first moment that Hiyori and Momonosuke see each other. Maybe. I mean, you know, that's just all speculation there, but... Steve said, in my opinion, nobody's coming to save Zoro. Zoro's facing death's door and fully prepared to die. However, he will bargain with death, not beg, and has to come back only after he has made Luffy the Pirate King. Yeah. And I feel like a similar thing like that may have been made in Thriller Bark, right? Kuma said, I'm going to send you to hell. Sanji said, what happened? Zoro said, nothing happened, right? But we know that something happened. Brook saw it also. Brook's been to the underworld. So it's very possible that the Grim Reaper showed up. Now, I've mentioned this before, and people are like, well, why would Zoro say, who are you? Right? But, I mean, you see that in anime and, like, stories all the time. Like, when someone's coming from the shadows and you don't exactly know who they are just yet, so you're like, who's there? Then, once we see the Grim Reaper, Zoro is almost a little more familiar, maybe, you know, when he's just like, hey, you know, like, get away and all of that. Like, it's kind of like, oh, you're back, maybe. You know, tinfoil hat. Do I have it near me?
Savage.
It's somewhere in this room. Oh, there it is. There we go. Yeah, so, you know, gotta put the hat on for that. You know, the Grim Reaper could have just showed up and said, you know, you're trying my patience here. We made a deal, but I mean, like, look at you now, buddy. Or they made the deal now, but I think a deal definitely was made. Shout out to DJ BJ32 said, oh, I never read that one already. Nick Can't Snipe said, congrats on 20K. Randy, stay savage. Savage. No, I mean, Zoro is literally falling, yeah.
Savage.
Would work on levels from Sanji asking to end Sanji if he falls. Okay. Well, I mean, if Sanji's up to it, of course Sanji could, you know, skywalk and, like, save Zoro, right? And that would be, you know, a fantastic bro moment there for sure. But Sanji's kind of packed up right now, so it would, and we've had no indication in the story that Sanji was near Zoro or going towards Zoro. So, yeah, I mean, Frankie could get there and, like, do, like, a strong right, you know, and, like, extend his arm chain and, like, maybe grab Zoro and pull him back, because he's the only one that was, like, going for Zoro. So I don't think that Sanji is going to save Zoro, because there's nothing in the story that said that Sanji was going to be anybody anywhere near any of that. And but Frankie could. Let's see here. One second here, guys. Oh, did I not? Yeah. 1 second, everybody. All right. Harry G said, has Brook repaid Zoro for getting his shadow back? Maybe he will rescue him from the clutches of death using his devil fruit powers to get his soul back. So that's an interesting thought, and having Zoro be having Brook be relevant in whatever this like Grim Reaper stuff is definitely a possibility. You know, like say for instance we do take a trip to the underworld or anything like that, and we start to get really spooky with the with the series. We know it exists. Brook has said, like, I went to the underworld. I was there. It's a thing. Okay, so Brook is definitely a convenient Chekhov's gun and like a plot device to bring someone back from the underworld if we, want to go that route. It seems a little strange even for One Piece, but there's kind of a little bit of a precedence here where it could actually happen, I think. Cassidy said, I wonder if Randy watches Murphy. I've seen a lot of her videos. I like the structure she has, because it's like it's coming from like narrative perspectives a lot of the time. So it's like it's nice to see that. My guy Chitty Bang Bang, Chitty Bang Squared, said, congrats on 20K, Captain. Love the new setup too. Appreciate that. I'm still gonna fill it out some more. I'm excited to, keep working on it. And shout out to Emil Diaz, said, if there's an underworld arc, Mihawk will likely appear in it. The dude doesn't look like a vampire for nothing. I mean, hey, that's I'm okay with that. Okay with that, yeah. We got the boy Fable in here. Yeah, I forgot to ping the Discord earlier. Already read the chapter. We're in the discussion portion here. Diz of the Ghost. Maybe Hiyori sees Zoro transform into a peak. Maybe Hiyori sees Zoro, then transforms into a peacock and saves him. Now, I did suggest that there is a possibility that Hiyori is the peacock. Maybe she has the peacock fruit. We talked about that in the Hiyori video. Possible. Dizza said, big congratulations on 20K. He said 980K to go. Oh, man. And then my guy said, I got assigned a Tribe Called Quest album and thought of you. Electric Relaxation is still one of my ringtones. Let's see. DJ BJ put the did like a Twitch emote thing. Yeah. The Twitch links are in the description. So mine's there, Chrissy's there. We're gonna start off with mine, then Chrissy's gonna start in like the next week or two. It's gonna be fun. Phantom Greyfire said, Randy, with the break next week, is a Morge collab on the cards. So potentially, I mean, you know, we got a break, so that means we're gonna do another theory for theory, and I did speak to Morge, so if he's free, we could do Morge for this theory for theory, or wait until the next break week, because you know there's kind of a lot of like spooky elements here, and I know that Joy Boy Theories, you know, is very into like this whole ghost idea, and I haven't seen his videos lately, but I'm kind of interested in what he thinks of all this Grim Reaper stuff. So I don't know. So I was gonna either reach out to Joy Boy or Morge maybe for this theory for theory. I'll put a poll in the chat, and Galaxy, that was an not ah. Let's see.
Savage.
And we got here. Theory for theory. Guest. Now, of course, this is all subject to anybody's availability, so, but I do want to see what people think here. So there's a poll going up for the next guest. Terry Martin super chatted and said, during Big Mom's monologue, One Piece is written as interesting. It translates to the treasure that connects people. Is this new info? I've never seen this, so wow, that's interesting. I know that Saeed Abdo is in the chat, and he usually knows a lot of this stuff. Yep, he just answered. He just said, no, that's not new information. He said, we knew that from the beginning. Okay. So, it's just... Okay. Cool. Loggy said, would Oda use the underworld as a vehicle to bring dead characters back like Ace, Whitebeard, Rocks, etc.? Not sure I like that idea at all. No, I don't think that he'd go that route, but it may be a way to talk to people on the other side. So, not necessarily bring them back, but allow someone to get closure, like Zoro having a conversation with Kuina on the other side or something, you know, like that. That's something that could happen. Yo, my guy, Geo AW. The most hated man by Toei on Twitter. My guy said, congrats on 20K, Randy. I appreciate you. Thank you for dropping by, man. So, TJBJ32 just said, get Par Vision. I'm not really, I'm not familiar with a lot of Par Vision stuff. I've been hearing his name come up a lot, but, yeah. We'll see. There'll be plenty of break weeks. You know, we'll get to everybody. Mario said this confirms the Grim Reaper isn't Brook because he was shown with Robin. Yeah, but I mean, I said it wasn't Brook too. You know, this poll is crazy because it's like, it's really neck and neck with like 50 and 50-50 here. And a lot of votes. And I already got a lot of votes on the poll. I'm glad you guys like the theory for theory stuff. Like, that was a lot of fun with Ragnar. I'm excited to do another one. I fixed it, Chrissy. Chrissy's Twitch link is now fixed in the description. I had a comma instead of a period by accident. Dawn Knight said, I really hate working at a place where I'm recorded 24/7 while working, but at least I can watch until I get on my break. Then I can finally listen. Hope you enjoy the chapter, Randy. Congrats. Appreciate you. Let's see. Going back on the chat a little bit, trying to read different things that are here. King of the Ronin super chat said, I'm new to the channel. Watched all your vids in a week. Love the content. Frankie Strong Right grabs Zoro. I actually mentioned that earlier. Watched all of my videos in a week. I appreciate you. Thank you. That's a lot of videos. That's like 180 videos or something. No, man, that's cool. Glad to have you here. Thanks. That's awesome. Saeed said, Big Mom blew up one of the bombs in the basement, but the big explosion that happened in the crater is probably what looks like little boy that fell with Big Mom, and what looks like, in quotations, little boy. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Saeed. I'm kind of confused here. But the big explosion that happened in the crater is probably what... Yeah, you know, it's... I'm actually gonna have to take a look at this this panel again, because she dug her fingers into one of the bombs, right? So like the implication seems to be like that's the one that that exploded, right? But then why was there an explosion down below? Did we see other bombs get thrown? Is there like... Now I'm like, I want to like analyze Big Mom. When she's in the room, it doesn't look like she has a bomb with her. That's interesting. Maybe people have already talked about this, and the chat can help me out here. DJBJ32 said, do you think Hiyori took down Orochi and that's why the flame goes to him? I mean, obviously I would love that. But it looks like he's just falling over because, you know, there's like an earthquake going on, basically, with damned Punk creating a hole all the way through and pushing Big Mom through. So... Although, it does look like Orochi's been taken down, but it's not... We're not there yet. Let's see. Shout out to Gabe C. Said, love the new background, Randy. Said, it ain't a lot, but here's something for beer/diaper funds. Appreciate you. Also, consider this my vote for Taekwon on Theory for Theory. All right, yeah, we'll get him on episode 43. And just for context, this will be the second Theory for Theory. All right, so we'll get Taekwon eventually. Shout out to Michael Lacoste, said, in the panel which says, what is it, where is it? Okay, so let me look there. What is it, where is it? Oh, hi. That looks like a little nuke. Oh man, that's kind of absurd. When did we see this before? when did we see this like kind of hanging out with the bombs? Because what I remember of the bombs is that they were all sort of in that circular pattern there. But this really looks like a nuke falling. This is some Doctor Strangelove stuff. It just needs someone riding it on the way down. Oh man. Tyler Patterson, member for 3 months, said congrats on 20k, Rennie. Thank you. And all right, we got 220 votes on this theory for theory guest here, so I'm gonna that's good enough. I'm gonna end the poll, and I will say that Joy Boy was winning for most of it, but then Morge came in at the end, and he's got 52%. So reach out to Morge, and if he's not busy or whatever, I'll reach out to Joy Boy, and we'll just try it. And if they're both busy, then I'll reach out to somebody else. But either way, we're gonna aim for a theory for theory. Shout out to Dizza the Ghost, member for 8 months, said, so Oda took inspiration from Paul Bunyan with Joy Boy. I mean, maybe. Maxo, member for 10 months. Congrats on 20k. If we believe that Onigashima is Joy Boy / or Senior, it would give context as to why Marco mentioned it having a different name. Yeah, and I definitely, I definitely want some more context on that little bit. But I've also heard that in the anime, I think it was Izo that said the line. So I don't know, but either way, I don't think we've ever heard what the true name of Onigashima actually was to begin with, and I like the ideas that it was, actually God Valley at one point. I don't necessarily expect that to happen, but it was that's how it moved. That's why it's not on maps anymore. But yeah, I'm kind of digging this Joy Boy or a Senior thing. I gotta think about it a little more, but yeah. And Brandon King, Super Chat, said we still don't know what Onigashima was called. That's true. Yep.
Another one.
The 1% man. And let's see. That's a good point. Emil Diaz said there should be some Shinokuni gas bombs in the basement as well, right? Caesar should have sold them a few. Yeah, I mean they were using it at Zo, so. Okay, so this is a good note from Saeed. He said Law's new technique is called R room, so it is actually a new technique and not a stutter, to answer Emil from earlier. It's different from K room. It's pronounced Urirumu. I don't know what he's referencing though. Urirumu. Yeah. See, I like the idea of the K room, being pronounced like Kuromu, right? And having ties to chrome and chromium. I thought I wanted to bring it up in my analysis, but it's I was doing some research onto on magnets and different stuff, and chrome is has a weird polarity where it can be made to be magnetic, but for the most part is not. So I think that also could be a subtle thing that Oda is peppering into just the dynamic between Law and Kid. That here's this guy who is magnetic, but then this guy is using a technique that is about something that is completely not magnetic but could be. So it's this thing of the hot and cold relationship, the Zoro Sanji effect of Law bickering and arguing with Kid but still actually working together with him. Yeah. Gio said, collab with Murphy soon, Randy. She's at Roof Beef. That would actually be a lot of fun. When Murphy's caught up, if she's down to do collabs and stuff, I would definitely love to talk theories, because it would be like so fresh with someone that just caught up. I have no idea how to reach out to them, because it's like the One Piece community, like we all just like talk on Twitter or something. I don't know how to contact Murphy though. Novum, member for 9 months, said, been silent but still loving your content, Randy. Hey, you know, it's cool. You're here. We're all here. We're having fun, man. This is great. What a time to be alive. 1,040 chapters of One Piece. Jimmy Stryker said, congrats, man. You're the up-and-coming king of OP YouTube. Love the content. Yeah. OP2 Oni Oriwanaru. He said, can you give me your favorite scene in the New World? Alright, so my favorite scene post-time skip. What's my absolute favorite scene post-time skip? That's a phenomenal question. Man, that's crazy. My favorite absolute scene in the New World. I mean, it might be like Return to Sabo Odi, like when Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji like finally get back together. It was just so cathartic after like being away from them for literally 2 years reading weekly.
Bro, look, you got the heat on feet, bro.
And there goes the computer talking on its own again. Good timing, computer, because I was talking about a scene that had heat on feet. Maybe some stuff in Dressrosa, probably, like Bellamy coming back, because Bellamy's a big favorite character. Oh no, you know what? It's just the return of Vivi. Like that was. Oh no. I know what it is. My absolute favorite scene in the New World is Luffy getting the 1.5 billion berry bounty. Chapter 903 is my favorite chapter of the New World. And like I literally like I wasn't doing reactions back then, but if you did, you would have seen a grown man cry at a bounty. I was like, he made it. He's doing it. So yeah, I had to think about it for a second, but it's definitely that. And that's why I have everything's mirrored. It's hard. That's why I have this. Yeah. I don't know my left from my right when I'm looking at the screen. In real life, I do, I swear. But Chrissy got me this at Comic-Con many years ago. And this is just awesome. And it is a testament to how powerful and how good this was. Like the catharsis of reaching this moment, right? For having read this since 2002, to see this man be, even if it's from Fake News Morgans, to be put on a pedestal, and just that whole chapter, seeing Shanks say oh, we're gonna meet soon, having Vivi there, Kobe returning, that whole chapter, that was crazy. Peak fiction. Top of the top. Yeah. Thanks for that question. That was awesome. Chitty said, yeah, that moment had me shouting in my house at 2 a.m. I think I was shouting too. I was probably shouting let's go. Oh, man. Brandon King said, congrats on 20K, my man. I just lost what he said. There it is. I love your streams as you offer a unique perspective on One Piece from a film industry angle. Yeah, you know, I mean, everybody's got to kind of have their own spin on everything, so I just, you know, I know that that's why a lot of people have gravitated to Murphy. She's coming at it from, like, you know, being a booktuber. It's something different and all of that, like, so that's what I try to offer. That's why I do a lot of, like, the how could this stuff work with, like, the live action kind of stuff, and because I just love story structure to begin with, and I like, and you know, Oda is one of the reasons why I like love story structure to begin with. Also, like, as my two goats are him and James Cameron. I was trying to find a spot for this on the shelf, but when I start doing some other film content eventually, like, this is going to be one of my centerpieces. Ugh. You know, love this thing. Oh, this thing lights up too. I was gonna put it behind me here, but it's too big. I was like trying to fit it before the stream started. Yeah, like those are my two biggest inspirations in just every creative endeavor. Is just Oda and James Cameron. So, Chin asks, can Mars run now? So kind of, yeah. He's moving. He's climbing. He's doing a lot of stuff. Ooh, this is a fun thing. Giovanni said, Randy, think of Rirumu as a recovery room. After surgery needs to be quiet. That, I like that. The recovery room. But there's no recovery in that room. But that's something. Oh man. That's an interesting thing. I like that. Maxo said, yeah, don't buy ores not being important. You know, it would be interesting if ores, you know, came in and was more important, or was Joy Boy, or like had an even deeper tie to Wano. Obviously it does, because it's continental stuff. But once we learn it, we're going to be able to even go further back to Thriller Bark, and it's just going to recontextualize that even more, you know, because that's like Thriller Bark got a lot of flack reading it weekly because Oda was peppering all of this stuff that had no payoff. And the point was that Oda was setting up Wano in Thriller Bark. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Savage.
That's kind of the thing. So, and Ores was in Thriller Bark, so there really could be something here. Oh, that's interesting too. R for Roshinante. Could be. Barry said, late again in my office on Fridays now. Well, I mean, happy you're here anyway, but I'm sorry. Oh, man. Law 8 core zones for... No. Let's see. Gray Eminence finally made it to the stream. Congrats on 20k, Randy. The background's looking good. Thanks. It's work in progress. It's not finished by any means. Maybe the Wano part is kind of finished. Maxo said that they followed Chrissy on Twitch. Excited to catch a stream. Cool. Yep. Excited to test it out, guys. You know. I'm gonna start out with like catching up on Wano, Onigashima in the anime. I'll probably try and do like reactions to the anime each week on Twitch, and Chrissy really wants me to play this Pokemon game, and that was all. I'm like, I think it's gonna be fun. Let's see. Emil said Carrot Sulong was one of their favorite scenes in A New World. It was definitely one of the most beautiful like scenes, like panels. You know, like he really went in on the drawing of that. Giovanni asked, "Is Bellamy my favorite character, Randy?" He's up there for sure.
Another one.
It's probably my favorite non-Straw Hat or Straw Hat like associate, even though he is associated because he is a part of the Grand Fleet. Shout out to Maxo, said next chapter, the Big Mama chanter makes it up the falls again and Zunisha spikes him into the hole. Or Zoro falls and lands on it, and then that's what, and the crash of Zoro landing knocks it off, and then that's that would be 3 first Yonko commanders that
Savage.
knock the ship down. Very motivated member for 10 months said, have we discussed any of the fun One Piece live action stuff now that they're all together and filming? Not today, but we can. I just I was in a Twitter space hosted by the One Piece Netflix fan account. It's like, you know, like the popular one that's always sharing the updates and stuff. So they had a thing. They invited me over. Loggy Doggy was in there. Zuku and some other people from the One Piece live action Discord. And we talked for a couple of hours. I put the full thing of it on the Randy Troy, you know, the second channel. And we talked about a lot of interesting stuff. Went through a lot of like speculation from it. And but I think it's great that they're filming. I'm loving seeing the updates. I'm loving seeing that they've put, you know, pictures of their cast chairs out based on the terrain. You know, they may be starting with Arlong Park. You know, I mean, that makes sense since they have all of them there. I could see them doing it. You know, there were a lot of people speculating that maybe John Boyega has something to do with the series because he's conveniently in Cape Town, and I'm all for it. Personally, you know, I was campaigning that if like John Boyega has anything to do, which is completely unconfirmed, he could just be on vacation. But I would love John Boyega as Smoker. I think that would be great. Yeah, it's fun that they're filming. I'm excited for them. I'm really excited to see how this all comes together. Fable said, "Have you all seen Taz cooking for the cast? The vibe between the actors is good." Oh yeah, and I think it's gonna read on screen for sure. Brandon King super chatted, said, Oars was Joy Boy. He pulled the islands of Wano together so all races would have their own climates and islands, then died there. Well, that's interesting, but then why are the fishmen beneath the sea and the minks on Zo? Wano's borders have been closed for a long time, so that would imply that the world government at some point did have a foothold in Wano and pushed the fishmen and the minks out of Wano, if that were the case, right? So I am a full believer of like pulling the islands together to try and like unite the world in some way, but then there has to be something, you know, tragic that happened, you know, that he needed to apologize for, that Zunisha had to walk for 1,000 years, you know. 800 years. I can't wait to get all of that stuff. I can wait, because once we get it, it means we're close to the end. Fable said, after this chapter, I just don't understand how Law's ability works. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Amrit Singh super chatted, said, congrats on 20k, man. 200k soon. 200 hundo. So on this occasion, what island in One Piece would you like to live in? And I think the R stands for Roshinante. Yeah, so it's either Roshinante or Recovery, or maybe something that has to do with silence. But it's probably Roshinote. But then wouldn't it just be like Sea Room? But that would have the same sound, so I guess, yeah. What island in One Piece would you like to live in? Either the Archipelago or Water 7. Water 7 for the aesthetic, but I don't like the idea of the Aqua Laguna. So, probably the Archipelago. But I like the city aesthetic of Water 7. So maybe Water 7. I don't know. Both. King of the Ronin Super Chat has said, what could it have Zunisha have done that was so bad if it was one of Joy Boy's companions? I mean, if it was controlled or, against its own will or something like that to trample on the ancient kingdom, it's got to be something tragic, right? Like, Joy Boy needs to be like a vizier or like someone that has, something to do with the ancient kingdom. And then if someone came in and was trying to, usurp the throne or anything like that, Emu, whatever, and then, hypothetically, you have a situation where they're able to control something, and then Zunisha and Joy Boy are responsible indirectly for the downfall of the entire ancient kingdom. Like, that would be tragic. Just trying to think of like Oda level tragedy that can be implemented, but we'll see. Very Motivated said, I'll take Aqualanga over the entire slave trade, please and thank you. Yeah, well, I guess I'm thinking of like Sabo Odi, like after the world is fixed. Once Luffy comes in and like, cleans everything up. No, I'm not supporting the actions of, the lawless zones in the archipelago, but let's see. Catching up. Like the stream, guys. Subscribe if you haven't. My guy, Safamo. Thank you, man. Said 20k, congrats. Also, the One Straw Hat is my choice. Not too familiar with them, but, down to collab with anybody at some point. But I'm trying to keep it strictly to break weeks, and I do want to keep it sort of relevant to, whatever's, like, happening at large, too. So, like, I know if someone's got a theory that I specifically want to kind of, like, talk about, get into that. But, everybody kind of brings their own theories to Theory for Theory, and then, Dizza said, I already own Dressrosa, so I'll take Skypiea. Now, Dressrosa is interesting, too. I kind of like Dressrosa, also. But maybe not now that it's been ruined. Check.
Savage.
Shout out to my urine, who's super chatted a sticker, a good game sticker. Appreciate you, thank you. And Cassidy said the live action needs to adapt G8. I doubt that they will, but they're gonna have enough canon material to really get through. just chaotic. Have I read the chapter yet? Sure did. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nature Boy asks, Randy, do you think One Piece has been using ass pulls lately just to further the narrative without the struggle needed to be shown? So I would have said yes, probably emphatically if we didn't have this chapter, right? So if we just started this chapter and immediately like kids shot Big Mom into the crater like I expected based on what Oda has been doing lately, I would have been more inclined to say like he's kind of skipping over the struggle. So Oda tried to amp up the struggle in this chapter by, you know, spending the entire chapter on like just pushing Big Mom out to like show how like this was a struggle chapter. My issue is just that Big Mom wasn't landing any hits. So Big Mom exhausted Law and Kid by forcing them to use all of their stamina against her. But all of the times where it was obvious that she was like beating down on him was, you know, it was skipped. So that's that. I just wanted Misery to hit one person. Like I wanted to see someone get like a really bad hit just to give Big Mom a couple points on the board, because she's getting points for obviously her endurance, her stamina, like everything like that, but I just wanted her to do some damage, and all of the damage was skipped over. But I'm still okay with this, and I'm glad that we had this struggle chapter to begin with, so that it wasn't just all Law and Kid beating down on Ianko, right? But Big Mom's gonna get back up. We've been talking about that. And that's because her personal storylines have not been wrapped up yet. So once that happens, then I'll be more comfortable with her leaving the story. And there was such an emphasis on the Mother Carmel photo, on what it means for her to have forgotten that she ate her mother, that she ate those kids, allegedly. You know, they still could be the CP0 guys. But having Big Mom follow them to Elbaf, you know, and show up there. A lot of people have Big Mom fatigue. I personally don't. I want to see it get wrapped up. I want to see maybe even come back into the story and use her ability, which like seemed like one of my big theories during Whole Cake was like, okay, Big Mom is missing memories. She has a daughter that can manipulate memories. So at some point, this like memory thing that's going on here with the birthday party and all of that has to come back, and I think Pudding's going to be involved with it. So, man. But Big Mom is sufficiently removed from the story for a little bit. She's definitely not dead, and she's definitely coming back. But we need to focus on other things that are going on. This is about Kaido and Orochi. Okay, Big Mom has no relevance to Wano, but it is interesting that she brought up the relevance of Wano in this chapter, in, you know, retrospect to the One Piece, to, you know, everything at large and all of that. So this was a good chapter for Big Mom. Her monologue and all of that was excellent. Like lore. Let's get how, you know, how these people feel about this kind of stuff. How do they feel about the pirate era? Pirate Age. So, but this is about Kaido and Orochi. They have the ties to Wano. They're the ones that have to be dethroned and like taken out of power so that we can reclaim Wano, or not. World government could still annex Wano. Total possibility, and with their involvement, it seems most likely that they would. So, and even Big Mom says, like, this isn't the last of me. I'm coming back. You can't kill me like this. And I believe it, because she healed her bones. So even if she blows up, I feel like she's just going to put herself back together like the T-1000. This is a good point. Yamil said, misery never gives you what you want. Yeah. I think that's probably the literal definition of misery. Gio said, "Nah, Randy, it's like you mentioned last review. It's hard. Oda would have put the struggle in if he could do 30-page chapters." Yeah. I mean, like that's a part of it too. Is that Oda is forced to be compressed, so he's gotta make things up, that way. Catching up on the chat, catching up. Whew. And thanks again, guys, for 20K and everything, and for hanging out with me. Like, it's so fun to just get these ideas out and just talk about this stuff each week. Loggy said, "I like the parallel of Big Mom wanting to know the answers and skip the journey compared to Luffy's scene at Sabo or Rayleigh." That's interesting. Yeah.
Savage.
Shout out to Steve. He said, "I think CP0 might at some point soon. One of them will use a code word that fully awakes Mother Carmel up inside of her, so she consciously takes over." Now that's a big tin foil right there, my man. You think that Mother Carmel's soul is actually inside of Big Mom? That's crazy. I think the code word would actually be more prompted to
Savage.
Awaken the memory, But I don't know if we're gonna see that. But I like the idea of a CP0 code word thing. Shout out to Dawn Knight 1993. Super chatted $20, said 20 for 20. Alright, thanks for the flex. Said congrats on it. Buy the little savage, something awesome. Also, everyone keeps ignoring me, but I need someone to finally reveal how the Marines found out Ace was Roger's son. Someone snitched. That's interesting.
Lavish bracket, in a lavish bracket, gotta have it. Racks, I gotta have it. Beat my fabric.
W's in the chat for Vern.
Pay my taxes. Trust me, you can track it.
One of the flex gods. I'll be right there. How did the Marines find out Ace was Roger's son? Someone snitched. Maybe it was Blackbeard. Think about it, right? So Blackbeard turns Ace in, wants to become a warlord. Ace has been able to keep this secret all these years, but everybody on Whitebeard's crew knew. And then tells the government. That would be a fun thing, Blackbeard's having a conversation with Luffy in person when they finally meet up, and it's just why they went so hard on Ace, right? Because I was the one that told him about the Roger connection. Just fire Luffy up even more. Look at all those W's in the chat from my man Vern. Vern and Co said, "I made it to the party. Congrats on 20K, man. You absolutely deserve all this success. Missed the reaction, but what an incredible chapter. Big Mom made me tear up there at the end. Gotta pour one out for the best fight in the series ending this week. Wizo forever." Oh, man. So we think that the Raizo and Fukurokuju fight is over? Let's see. Yeah. Oh, look at that. It is over. Thank you for pointing that out, man. I completely missed Fukurokuju on the floor there. He's done. Raizo won. And honestly, like, you know, it's kind of crazy seeing that just being mitigated to that small little panel. But shout out to Guard of the Warlock for subscribing. Man, that heat on feet. Shout out to Zeswar for 7, thank you. Raizo versus Fukurokuju is done. We didn't talk about this, but it's done. It's over. Now Raizo needs to get his 3rd-degree burns treated. I don't think Garp did it. People are saying Garp was the snitch. I don't know. The narrator forgot to announce the win. No. Oh, man. But I appreciate you, Vern. Thanks, man. I didn't tear up from Big Mom, but I do love all of this, you know, this monologuing that's going on here. And I know that Big Mom's coming back, so it wasn't like anything like emotional from that perspective, but I think that this is something that's going to play really nicely in the anime, for sure, for sure. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back.
Another one. Savage.
Sorry about that, guys. Shout out to Domingo Lima for subscribing. And let's see. Big shout out to Shutash, who said, "Congrats on 20K, Randy. Thank you so much." Thank you, thank you, thank you. Zafama said, "Where's the Randy plush?" I don't think they hit you up for things like that until you reach 100K. So I need more people to subscribe. If you want a Randy plush, you gotta hit the subscribe button so they reach out to me. Oh my god, Chad Elmer said, member for 9 months, congrats on 20K again. Wizo season now. Yup. You know, of course, the boy Raizo had the heat on feet.
You got the heat on feet, bro.
Savage.
He said the gods, it was food. Devil, it was spices.
Certified drip.
It's about to get spicy.
Hey, look. Heat on feet. Heat on feet, bro. Heat on feet. Heat on feet, bro. Heat on feet.
It never doesn't make me laugh. He had heat on feet. He was burning from head to toe. Burning from head to toe. Let's see. While I was gone, Barry was like, he's not here. Claim your figure on the shelf. DJ BJ32 said, does Randy have a Jolly Roger? If not, someone make it for him. Yeah, I do. It's right here. It's got the, we got the chain. We got the film strip. Curling my hair. Sunglasses.
I just want to say hi from here and congratulations on the 20K.
You know, thank you. Here, why don't you say hi to everybody?
All right, I'll say hello to everyone. Let's see if got my hair.
For some cameo.
Some shambles.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do it.
Oh, well, it's okay. Hi, everyone. Hi. Marcy. Marcy's in the room. Look at that. Hello. Just want to say hi. Happy 20K. Yeah. Oh.
Let people know what you're going to be doing.
What? Oh yeah. So I'm gonna be starting a Twitch channel. It seems like streaming is going to be the easiest thing for me time-wise with a toddler to do. I also, to de-stress anyway, if you can hear him laughing. I play video games all the time. It's like my favorite activity to do. So I figured I could stream that. And then I know a lot of people want to see my reaction to Hunter x Hunter, which, I already filmed a video reviewing it, but I figure I could do live reactions to Hunter x Hunter. I still want to make YouTube videos with Hunter x Hunter, but it's just easier for me to just have fun with you guys, do some streams. I'm already playing and watching these things. It's just easier if I don't have to spend hours editing something, so I can just do it during Mars's nap time or when he goes to sleep at night before I pass out from being tired of running around after him all day. Oh yeah, and cooking too. I was actually thinking about that this week.
You do have that Sanji cookbook.
Yes, and there's a specific recipe I do want to make out of the Sanji cookbook. I mean, if you guys also have it, you can let Randy and I know. I don't know where to go.
Below,
oh, I see it. Hold on one second. Hold on. Oh, I see it. There's one that's I particularly like. And I was like, oh, that looks good and fun to make. Oh, how far I am in Pokemon? I'm still in the beginning. I'm in the second area now. But I don't want to say too much because I want Randy to go in completely blind. But I'm actually really, really loving Pokemon. It's it's pretty great. And I'm also currently playing for the first time the Final Fantasy VII remake. And I've played the old, Nintendo 64 ones. So this is kind of interesting. Let's see. Late night Twitch with Chrissy. Randy definitely plays League of Legends. No, you know what? We don't play League of Legends. And I while back I tried it, but I never really got into it. But I have a couple of friends that really, really love it. Cook cheese fondue. Let's see. Yeah, but that's what I'm thinking of doing, and I really do love gaming so much. It's my favorite. I've been into video games ever since I was, probably many of you, ever since I was a little kid. And it's me and my family used to play it. My mom used to play video games with me actually, growing up. It's very sweet. So, let's see. But there's some really cool ones in here. I can't find it, but it was the dragon meat one. That's the one I wanted to cook. But I thought that could be a cool stream. Let's see.
Let's take a chapter.
What? Oh, what did I think of the chapter? Okay, yeah. So, sorry. Keeping on task, I was looking through the recipes.
I'm curious myself. We can talk about it.
Oh, okay. So, I thought this chapter was probably the best chapter of the whole Law Kid versus Big Mom fight. It's my favorite chapter of the 3. I love Big Mom's speech at the end. I love that the Raizo fight is I think done now. Because I was actually just last night ranting to Randy about that, saying I can't stand it.
How it's the best fight.
Oh yeah, how much I love the fight, and I just love that Oda just every week shows a panel showing them. I know I get it, but it's how many chapters? Seriously, let's wrap it up. And I actually said that to Randy, and then it's the next day, they wrapped it up, and I was like, thank you. So let's see.
Savage.
So Gio said, Randy, don't rush her. That's what Gio said in all caps. Randy lurking, rushing. All right. Let's see. Pokemon Unite. I love to play any Pokemon game. I've played them throughout. So I'm rushing. Yeah, Pokemon Unite I would do for sure. But yeah, no, we're thinking of me and Randy streaming any Switch game. If you guys have any suggestions, we also have the PS5 and we have the Xbox too. So we really like gaming, if you can tell. We spent months strategizing how to get the PS5. We did all those streams to get it. We got up in the morning. It was nuts. It was crazy. We were going nuts trying to get that system. And it was worth it, I have to say. Let's see. Oh, and everything with also Zunisha and the Joy Boy stuff. Yeah, real interesting. And I thought it was interesting what you guys were also talking about in the stream about, which I think we've mentioned it before, but Oars possibly being Joy Boy and just a giant being Joy Boy and it makes sense.
I've never actually mentioned that. That was kind of a new thought for me. But I mean, I've talked about Oars before, just being important to Wano for sure.
Can you guys hear him? Oh, Dark Souls remastered in Switch. I want to see Randy play Dark Souls. I've played Dark Souls before. I would love to see Randy do Dark Souls because I think actually he would be really good at it. Let's see. And Randy, it's hard for Randy to lose his cool. Let's see if Dark Souls will make him lose his cool. Because I certainly lost my cool playing Dark Souls a couple of times. Let's see. Play online with sub. Oh yeah, no, really, it is it felt like a second job trying to get the PS5. It took forever, and it's so funny is my brother got it in one of the first Target drops. He has such good luck though. He always has really good luck at getting winning contests and everything. He's always had that little luck of the Irish on him. Randy God Gamer. Oh, It Takes Two. Yes, I do want to play that. I was saying to Randy I wanted to play that, and I keep hearing how good it is. It Takes Two.
Fun. That would be a late night thing, though. Those would be late night streams. We
could do a late night. I'm gonna probably stream. I'm guessing probably between 10:30, 11 to probably noon, lunchtime. That's usually, he only has one nap a day now. We're down to one nap, So, I'm getting used to it. He just dropped the second nap, so he's only down one nap a day. But yeah, that's when I think I would stream, or I would stream when he goes to bed. Let's see. But if we were going to stream together, me and Randy, we would do it at night. Oh yeah, no, I really I want to see Randy lose his cool at a game. The last time I saw Randy get frustrated with a game was Randy, can I tell the Jurassic Park story? It's my favorite story. Okay, so it was like in the beginning of the pandemic, you know, where like everything is shut down and, you know, we were all in funks. Like I was playing like so much Animal Crossing. Like, you know, I was in that Animal Crossing like phase and everything. And I was just on Animal Crossing 24/7. And Randy was in the room and he found the Jurassic Park RPG game. I don't know if you guys have played it. It's basically like Roller Coaster Tycoon, but Jurassic Park. And Randy, like, he got so invested in that game. He got so emotional about it. He was in there. I went in and I said, Randy, like, do you want to eat? He's like, how long have I been? His eyes are all red. How long have I been in here? I'm like, 17 hours. He didn't know it was like 6 a.m. He stayed in the room. I kid you not. And he was like, once the dinosaurs escape, I have to pull them in. And then another dinosaur escapes and then I have to put them in again. Anyway, so that's my story. My story time for the day. What'd you say?
I didn't need Jeff to keep yelling at me.
That's great. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to go take Mars to the playground. So I'll talk to you later. Follow me on, follow me on Twitch, which is in the link. And then also find me on Twitter. I'm just... it's twitch.tv/Chrissy Varley. And then on Twitter, I'm just Chrissy Varley. My handle's Chrissy Swarley. It's a whole How I Met Your Mother joke. I made the handle like literally when I was like 21 or 20 years ago. So yeah, follow me and then I'll announce it, but I want to like get doing it. I'm excited. I'm real excited. Anyway, I'm going to let Randy back. Okay. Oh, shambles. Shamble. Okay. Alright, come on, pup. Let's go.
Hey. Oh man, that's fun. Yeah, so we got a little Chrissy cameo. I need Thomas Fruit to keep the dinos in check. Oh my god. Yeah, that Jurassic Park game, it was crazy because it was like, I think it was a new game, and then the Xbox just like gave it for free because I had gold, and I don't know, I just fell in deep. And you know, Jeff kept yelling at me. I was like, another dino escaped. You gotta go out and you gotta get that. Yes, the Pachycephalosaurus. Yes. You gotta go and rescue him. You gotta say it because he was the narrator for the game, right? So it's like, oh man, I just didn't want to let him down. Dawn Knight super chat. I said, Chrissy, play Pokemon Unite team with me and let's win 100,000 for each of us. Is that a thing? I don't, like, real money or like in the game? Andrew also said, play online with subs. I mean, yeah, if I'm playing something that's multiplayer, sure. And if there's like a friend system in the Pokemon game or something, like I don't care. That's the whole point. It's like to interact with people. Hey.
In a lavish bracket, gotta have it. Racks, I gotta have it.
Gotta have it.
Beat my fabric. Do you see this jacket? Pay my taxes. Trust me, you can track it.
Shout out to Vern. Put those W's in the chat. He said, this one's for Chrissy. That one was for you, Chrissy. I don't know if she can hear me. She's getting Mars ready to go out, and he just does not like putting his shoes on. Well, actually, he doesn't mind the shoes. He doesn't like socks. Burn said, my break is over. I'll see everyone on Randy, Troy. I'm so glad you hit 20K. Thank you, man. Thank you. This community is something special for sure. He said, because our captain's an amazing guy. Can't wait to see the continued growth. Like the stream, everyone. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Going back to read what everybody was talking about when Chrissy was in. Let's see. Shout out to Beef Boy. La Testorona. For subbing, thank you. Everybody was excited. Chrissy coming in. Chrissy cameo. It's so fun reading the chat. I love this. Mizuyoji, super chat. Looks like a Corollo avatar there. Just wanted to stop by and say, keep up the grind. You're a goat, and the content is much appreciated. Savage, thank you. Thank you so much. And let's see. And let's see. Randy Lore. Something fell. Is Pokemon Unite different from this like Arcanus thing? Right? I don't even know what the name of this thing is. Like, so here's my background on Pokemon. Right? Is like obviously like in the you know in like 1997, like I was collecting cards. I was in it. I knew all the Pokemon's names. I knew like the number that they were attached to. Like I was in it. I was in it with silver and gold, and then after that I was like getting a little older, and I was like, okay, now you're like giving me like like 400 or 500 Pokemon to memorize. I can't do this anymore. So then I got into One Piece and I memorized thousands of characters. But yeah, then I got back into Pokemon Go. Obviously that was the when the world united for like a brief summer. I was working on a television show called Sneaky Pete for Amazon for the first season. It was really great. Executively produced by Bryan Cranston. He was, definitely like fresh off of finishing Breaking Bad. Awesome dude. And Pokemon Go came out, and it's like we're all filming, but we're also playing Pokemon Go at the same time. And everywhere you go, you just see everybody playing it. But yeah. But there were all these Pokemon that I had no idea what they were. And I didn't want to memorize their names, so I just started like making up names. I'm just like, what do you look like? I'm judging a book by its cover. Boom, here we go. And that was the fun part for me. So that's what I'm going to do with this when I play this game. Next chapter predictions. Yeah, let's get into that. Let's get into that for sure. Safama said, best moments update, you dodging it like Luffy. So I'm like literally going through like all of the videos that I have while also trying to make new videos. So yeah, it's taken a while. It'll come out at some point. I'm a bit ways into it, but it's, yeah. All right, so let's think about the next chapter. Let's think as people want to know the future. And Very Motivated said that she got her PS5 a few weeks ago and haven't had the time to play it. Oh, it sucks. Yeah. I skipped the PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4, so I've been catching up on like all of the PlayStation games. So like I'm like in the middle of Last of Us, so yeah, I mean I could Twitch that. I just got to the Pittsburgh part of that if anybody's interested in that. But my first priority was Spider-Man because I've been wanting to play that for years. So I'm like doing that. I'm also in the middle of like trying to finish the New Game Plus on the hardest difficulty. And yeah, so there's that. It's just there's so many PlayStation games I never played. All right. So this is kind of crazy, guys, right? Because the way that Oda set this chapter up, right? So we're gonna start getting into the like what do we expect? Where are we going from here? Giovanni said Horizons. My buddy did lend me the game, so I do have it. Chrissy wanted to play that, so I think that's more of a Chrissy game. So Chrissy will probably like do Horizons. Let's see. So we focused on Kid, Law, and Big Mom, and we had all of this. We moved away from it. We did focus a lot on Yamato. For me, it would make sense to continue this Yamato thread. Not only because it ended the chapter with it, I don't expect to get any more context from Momonosuke, but Kazembo is still like an issue, as far as I can tell. I don't like. Are we supposed to believe that Big Mom destroyed Kazembo with the blast? Because we actually don't see Kazembo after that, and it seems like Yamato is Kazembo gone? Chin asks if I'm not an Xbox fan. Well, I'm actually, I've been an Xbox guy, and then I'm just like starting to catch up on the PlayStation stuff because I've had Xboxes. Guys, I want to know what you guys think about like what's going on with Kazembo here, because this is kind of, I assumed that it was only like partially damaged, yeah, and. But, like, is this thing with Kazembo, like, it actually, like, just becoming one little strand and getting blown away? I don't know if Kazembo is gone, because we don't necessarily see it like completely fizzle away. I wonder if it can like manifest and like, you know, like if it eats something, it'll grow again. But Yamato just seems like way too calm, considering that Kazembo, you know, could still be a threat. Yeah, Gano says Yamato seems to not be concerned for a second. Yeah, like that's what I'm gathering. So maybe Kazembo's gone. So that's an L on my Marco theory if we don't see that again. But It's also sort of a little bit of a waste of Kazembo. Just to get Yamato into that position. To have Big Mom take a bomb down with her. It's not worth having Kanjuro come back from his epic death to create Kazembo if it just gets dispatched in this way. I think we might see more of Kazembo, but it could be gone. Could be gone. So, and if that's the case, then we don't necessarily have to come back to this. Because this is a situation where what Oda normally does is he'll like end the conversation with someone's like hinting at something, right? But then it's not until chapters later that we like we get what this conversation was. So with the way that everything wrapped up here, we could go back to Luffy and Kaido now. We could get an update on Luffy and Kaido. I still want to know what's going on with Nami and Tama. I want more updates on everything that happened in this panel with all the vignettes. You know, we saw everybody, like, what's going on with Zoro? I think that that's actually, like, an immediate thing that needs to get answered now that Zoro's falling. It would be kind of crazy if Oda just, like, skips past this, and Zoro's definitely not going to be falling for multiple chapters. We're going to see him either land on something or, like... I think we're going to get an answer on the Zoro thing in the next chapter, for sure. Because he's falling. I don't know if we're going to get an answer on this whole Grim Reaper stuff, but we're going to get an answer to who's going to save Zoro in the next chapter. I liked what Wheezy Bird brought up in the at the beginning of the stream. Now that Hiyori has her mask on, that we could be getting to the end of the act, which would be intriguing. If that's even the structure anymore. But it feels like some things kind of got buttoned up. All right, so Big Mom's out of the story momentarily. Kazembo might be gone. The Raizo versus Fukurokuju fight is done. So there's nothing really lingering except for Izo versus CP0. Everything with Schoolboy Collins potentially going after Brook and Robin. We don't know what Tama and Nami are up to. We don't know where Usopp is going with Kiku and Kanjuro. But if Kazembo is done, then maybe a fruit appears for Orochi, for Usopp, and feeds that theory. I don't know. I still would love if Usopp or even his Kabuto ate Kazu's fruit. Fantasy World, thanks for subscribing. We don't need to come back to Law and Kid for a little bit. The panel of them just sort of laying down is reminiscent to, what we got of Sanji, like saying, I'm going to take a nap. So it's really, it's Hiyori and Orochi and Kaido and Luffy time, I'm thinking. Because the last thread that'll probably get buttoned up is the CP0 stuff with Nico Robin and Brook. Because that's what Oda's leading us towards. That's going to be like one of the big cliffhangers for sure. So the next chapter, who's going to save Zoro? An update on Luffy and Kaido. And hopefully more Orochi and Hiyori, because the Orochi and Hiyori stuff needs to kind of happen in tandem with the Luffy and Kaido stuff now, I'm thinking. Because they're the two most important antagonists to this entire arc. They have all of the stakes here. They are the reason that this island is this way. So, yeah. It's kind of a toss-up. We could come back to this Yamato stuff, but most likely I think we're not going to come back to it. Unless Kazembo's a threat. If Kazembo's a threat, then that's 1041, and we could get Marco coming in. But if we're saying Kazembo is gone, Luffy and Kaido, Hiyori and Orochi. Chin asked, is it possible that Zoro lands on Zunisha? That's interesting. But I think that they're too far over Wano right now. I think Zoro would land somewhere in Wano if he actually fell completely. But he's got to get saved. So it's either a strong right from Frankie, you know, with his chain that pulls Zoro back, or Momonosuke notices him. So it's like Momonosuke could be in the middle of this conversation with Yamato and then spot Zoro and then leave the conversation, and we're just left hanging, you know, like, okay, what did Joy Boy do? What happened with Zunisha? And then goes and saves Zoro. Gary Bloodworth super chatted, said, what caused the explosion when Big Mom fell in the hole? She grabbed one and Yamato froze the rest, right? Yeah, so this was actually pointed out to me. If you go back to the panel where Big Mom says, what is it? Where is it? You can see that there's like this nuke above her. So that's definitely what is causing the explosion, for sure. Easy. I am going to have to go back into other chapters and see if we saw that nuke when we like saw the bombs initially. Because I want to know where that kind of came from. Because it doesn't resemble the other bombs, and I don't remember it in other panels. But, yeah. And Oda specifically says, you better not think this is enough to kill me. To let us know that, yes, Big Mom is not dead. Big Mom is coming back.
Savage.
Because otherwise, the big question would be, is Big Mom dead? She got blown up. Maxo said, just looked at a panel from chapter 976 where Kanjuro talks about killing Hiyori. Maybe Kazembo's next mission. It's interesting. 976. So that would have been like, is that when Kanjuro was like holding Momonosuke on the ink crane on the way to Onigashima and like telling Momonosuke that he's going to kill Hiyori? Because that's a possibility as well. Kazembo just said Orochi-sama, you know, and like maybe Kazembo is like floating to Orochi. That's kind of interesting too. Because then that still leaves you an opportunity for Marco to interfere and then like protect Odin's daughter. Which would be a unique way to go about it. Be different. Catch you later, Supplement. Thanks for being here, man. Catching up on the chat here. Emil says, next week, CP0, Jinbei, Frankie, Yamato, and Orochi, in their opinion. I mean, that sounds great to me. Like, I would love that. That's what I would prefer. You know. But, I don't know. A lot of stuff has been... It can actually go in a lot of directions because... We've already gotten a bunch of vignettes and caught up with a couple of people. And, like, a major fight just finished. So, the hierarchy says Orochi and Hiyori and Kaido versus Luffy. The CP0 stuff does need to get factored in, but it depends on where in the hierarchy Oda is putting it. Because it could be below Kaido and Orochi, but it could also be above them as they are the major threat after Kaido is taken out. And it's basically just sort of trying to figure out where Oda's going to take this. But Zoro is down bad. Very motivated said that they have the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima and haven't even touched it. Yeah, I have it too. Chrissy played a lot of it. I haven't touched it yet. And it's something I definitely want to get into. Because obviously, like, the voice actors, there's a lot of One Piece voice actors in there. You know, the main character, Zoro. Buggy's voice actor is in there. I think Usopp's voice actor. And I think there's another one. Remember. Nature Boy said Kaido's flashback begins. That's a good point. We could go back to Luffy and Kaido and start the flashback. A lot of plot threads have been wrapped up for that to happen, so that's a good point too. Let's see. Let's see. Where's this joy boy? Oda's hiding in front of our eyes. Momo said, do you think the Grim Reaper already finished its job? I mean, that's what we gotta find out. I can't imagine that Oda would off-screen Zoro's death. But doing that would only further the fact that Zoro would be coming back, right? Because it's like, if you want something to be impactful but not have like a long-lasting impact, you do it like that. You just leave it in a panel, and then, you know, it's there, but, you know, it's not fully emphasized. You know, whereas like when Ace died and when Whitebeard died, you know, it was like a whole 2-page spread because it was like they're dead. So I think that a deal was made, like a pact was made, but Zoro needs to be saved, and he really needs some like serious medical attention, and that's going to be one of Chopper's greatest feats, is like patching this boy back up. Gary Bloodward said Sabo could save Zoro. So, maybe not Sabo, even though Sabo could fly with their flames a little bit. But the right track. This is an excellent opportunity to introduce a new agent into this, right? Next time we see Zoro, but there's a gust of wind, right? And then we see Dragon. You know, I still want the Revolutionary Army to be here, so this is interesting. It's interesting. Because if the Revolutionary Army is like already on Wano, right, taking advantage of the Fire Festival, destroying the factories that are producing the guns, which are, you know, what they're after to stop CP0 from being able to have weapons that can wage wars for the world government, this giant explosion that they may not be able to see but can totally, may not be able to hear but can totally see, would draw their attention over there. And then someone goes and saves Zoro. Very, very tinfoily. But an interesting way to bring someone new in. That's
Savage.
That's fun. Very Motivated said, I was watching while walking to my car for lunch and walked right past my car. Y'all are so distracting. Oh, God. Chin said, Randy, what if the Grim Reaper is Enma? Yeah, we talked about that. I mean, it's very possible that, you know, that's the case as well. And, man, I can't wait for more context on this. Phantom of Greyfire asks, Randy, any thoughts on what Usopp might do? Well, every major Straw Hat has gotten an upgrade in this arc except for Usopp. So whatever Usopp does has to, like, be something that gives him a power-up, right? So we have Zoro has got Advanced Conquerors. Luffy's got Advanced Conquerors, you know, and, like, the Super Chanclas. And Sanji has Afrit Jambe and Germa Durability. By the end of the arc, I'm sure Frankie is going to get Queen's Tech and have a reproducible laser. So it would be interesting if Frankie, like, runs and, like, finds Queen's workshop. Robin, Demonio Floor. Chopper can now be Monster Point for 30 minutes. Nami has the homie Zeus. And Brook doesn't necessarily have an upgrade yet. And Usopp. So if Brook gets to fight one of the CP0 guys like Schoolboy Collins, then, you know, we could get a situation where Brook uses something new and has an upgrade during that battle. Or if it has something relevant to the Grim Reaper and, like, saving Zoro, there could be something that, like, Brook awakens and, like, you know, resuscitates Zoro somehow. Jinbei also hasn't had an opportunity to shine, so, you know, maybe we'll see something there. But like, the core Straw Hats have all had major upgrades, so I feel like that's why I gravitated to Zoe's theory about Usopp getting the Fude Fude no Mi, Kanjuro's fruit, right? Because that's something that powers him up, but doesn't make him overpowered, and it allows Oda to just go wild with, like, creativity, because how creative is Usopp to begin with? So I would love for, like, the thing that Usopp does in this arc is finds Kanjuro's fruit and then does something with it. But he needs to get challenged in some way, because, yeah, he fought Page 1 and Ulti, but he wasn't personally challenged. It was like a team thing with him and Nami, so I want to see that personal struggle where something challenges him and he has to protect Kinemon and Kiku now. And he has to figure out a way to do that. So shout out to the boy Anthony Smith, who said, Bellamy's my favorite character. I know you're a massive fan as well. Yep. It's our duty to represent at all times. Hyena boys. So why haven't you done a Bellamy video yet? It's on the docket. I've actually written it. I don't usually write a lot of videos, but I, like, wanted to make, like, sort of a proper analysis, because there's a lot of misconceptions about Bellamy, and I wanted to, like, when I put the video out, I want it to be right, because I'm going to be, like, trying to make, like, the definitive, like, Bellamy video, like, why Bellamy is important to the story, why people are sleeping on him. I'm sure people have done videos in the past, but, like, I don't think anybody's, like, done one that actually likes the character, so. We'll see. Chitty Bang Bang said, talk to them, Randy. Usopp greatness coming in soon. Oh yeah, for sure. Usopp gets Izo's guns. Yeah. I don't know if I see Usopp with a traditional gun. That's why I love the idea of him getting Kanjuro's fruit, because then he could, like, draw weird guns. So. This has been a great stream, guys, because like there's so much packed into this chapter, and like I literally did miss a bunch of stuff while reading, and everybody pointed like a lot of stuff that I missed out, which, you know, only enhances the, you know, the analysis later and everything. Like I missed the bomb that was falling. I missed that Fukurokuju fell. I mean, obviously, you know, on a reread, I probably would have picked up some of this stuff, but while I'm just talking to you guys, and then Zoro falling was like, there's so many little things that you can totally just like skip over that are extremely impactful. So much happened this chapter. Potentially Kazembo is done. Like this is crazy. And this whole Corazon like law business, like this dude is, you know, like everybody's saying, they don't call it the OP fruit for nothing. But ain't that the truth? Oh man, this is a great chapter. It's a great stream. We're here. We made it to 20K, guys. Isn't R and R room for Roshinante? It could be. I also like the idea that it's recovery room. Yeah. I wonder if in like a deeper analysis of the kanji, it like has a portion of a kanji that like something else, because Saeed earlier, like he does a lot of like translations and stuff, and he was in the chat and he was saying that it's pronounced room, right? Like R-I. But I wonder if the kanji is the same, like has like like at least one of the elements of like Roshinante's name, or if it's something else in the medical field. So I don't know. Siddhartha thinks that Kanjuro's brush ate the devil fruit. I'm inclined to believe that it was actually Kanjuro that ate the fruit, because he was presented the fruit by Orochi and he didn't have a brush at that time. And I think, and it's a very specific thing to get an inanimate object to eat a fruit in the first place. Like, they made it sound like Vegapunk invented the technology or is like behind a lot of it. So, but then there's like confusing things like Bunbuku, Thomas Teapot, right? Like, how did that happen? Like that's one of the, you know, 7 wonders of the world right there. And then Lasso, like, was Mr. Four like part of Mads also? Yeah, because it doesn't seem like it can just happen on accident. I think for an inanimate object to get a fruit, like, there's got to be something that happens. Like, maybe you have to cut it, and then the juices have to, like, you know, like, for example, Lasso, right? So if it like got cut and then the juices went inside of the oil of the gun, like, I don't know, I'm getting really like methodical about a dog gun. And it's making me evaluate a lot of things. Random guy said K room is kill room then. I think it could be that, but then it's also pronounced kuromu, right? So I think it's like talking about chrome and chromium, which is like, it definitely is something that is used for like scalpels and things like that as well. But it also is a non-magnetic metal that can be manipulated to become magnetic, which is, you know, kind of a play on the relationship between Law and Kid. Yeah, Yamil said Kanjuro painted with his hair. He didn't need the brush. So, yeah. Law's OP fruit is really multi-abilities, kind of like Kuma's. Yeah, like, Law's fruit sends me, like, just all over the place trying to figure out what's going on the same way Kuma's did when it came out. Although I'm still here, like, What happens when you try to make devil fruit tea? Bunbuku. That's interesting, yeah. That sounds like the Oda SBS answer. They found the devil fruit and then tried to make a tea with it, and the teapot turned into Bunbuku. That's... I could totally see Oda, having that be the answer. So we're at almost 2.5 hours here. Usually, want to keep these to around, the 2-hour mark. But we're celebrating. We got a Chrissy cameo. We got 20K. 20K. Thanks again, guys. We'll probably just have another 5 minutes here. Wrap up any last minute questions. Look at the chat, one more time, and go through it. I want to thank everybody that came through. Thank everybody that supports the channel. Thank everybody in advance that will support Chrissy and I as we test the waters with Twitch. So still going to be streaming chapters here. Nothing's going to change there. It's just more content that doesn't necessarily need to be edited. And VODs for anything on Twitch will probably go on the Randy Troy VOD channel. So twitch.tv/Randy Troy, twitch.tv/Chrissy Varley with a V. And we're going to have some fun. Chin said the Chrissy cameo was nice. Thanks, Randy. Yeah. I mean, anytime that Chrissy can come in and hang out is fun. It's easier if Mars is taking a nap. But all right, so here's Saeed with some more with some facts here. So it's written in English as R-room. The katakana is urerumu. Roshinante's name is written as Roshinante, and Corazon as Corazon. So they aren't the same syllables. Okay. So that's interesting. So if everybody sees what Saeed posted, you can see the actual katakana there. Now, has anybody taken the kanji from the R and attributed it to anything medical related? Is it the same as a recovery room, or is there a synonym for silence, maybe even in a different language, that starts with R that Oda's trying to play with? I don't know. Oda in the chat confirmed. Chitty Bang Bang said, congrats again. See you chat. Gotta go. Later, Chitty. Thanks, man. Chin said he watched the 3-hour Twitter space. Said it's sad that nobody covered the comedy topic. I think so. They're gonna do their best to have the comedy. A lot of the comedy is going to come from the chemistry of the core 5, and with them hanging out, like a simple look could be funny. I think that Jacob as Usopp is going to do a great job, handling comedy. I mean, it's going to be less slapsticky, I think, compared to the manga and the anime. It's going to have to be, realistic. But as long as they like capture the tone of the comedy, I think it's all going to translate. Interesting. David said ruhig in German means silent. And we know that there is a lot of German in Law's attacks. Okay, it means quiet. I'm gonna... Thank you. I'm gonna use that in the analysis because that's kind of great. Let me know the proper pronunciation of David. Am I saying it right, or is it David or David? How is the W pronounced? Because I'll shout you out when I do the analysis. For letting me know that. And the R.I.P. room, said Jin. The Orange Spark said, I know it's old, but I'd watch a Breath of the Wild stream. I've never actually played it. Chrissy, I think, has played it twice. Who knows, she might do it a third time. Ruhig, calm, quiet, silent. That seems in line, especially with, Shock Villa, last chapter, and all of that being German as well. Makes sense. Mario said that Uteron said that there's a chance Luffy's new power-up will happen in 1042. Well, that lines up because a lot of things have been buttoned up. So we could go back to Luffy and we could get a power-up with Luffy. There's... the story structure is there for that. Here's Chrissy talking about. She is a huge Zelda fan. She is. So. And I swear I'm not the one you're looking for, Mr. Reaper. Zoro is somewhere else. Yeah, Chin. Chrissy's just a huge gamer, just in general. So yeah, I feel pretty good, guys. I feel like we covered a lot. I really love this German version of silence playing into it, and yeah, see, that's what I figured, David. That's what I thought. Appreciate the clarification. That's why I wanted to ask. Sam said, Randy, 1041 spoilers. Also, congrats on 20K. Thank you. Munir said the stream's still going. Went to a couple meetings and came back. I'm actually wrapping it up. I did talk about the 1041 spoilers a little bit, but I think it's contingent on one particular thing. If Kazembo is still active and about and not dissipated,
Savage.
then we would follow the Kazembo line with Yamato briefly. Taking into consideration that there's a chance that it has been dissipated, then we can go back to Luffy and Kaido, potentially lean towards a flashback with that Hiyori and Orochi. Because Hiyori and Orochi and Kaido and Luffy are now the top 2 plot threads that need to get buttoned up. And there are still the subplots like Izo versus CP0 and whatever's going on with Robin and Brook. But I'm kind of thinking that Oda's going to keep stretching that out, and it may we may not we'll finish Izo and CP0 before Kaido versus Luffy, but I think the Robin and CP0 stuff might either happen after Kaido is defeated or during, like concurrently as that's all happening. So basically, Zoro falling needs to get addressed. So Zoro falling, update on Luffy and Kaido, Hiyori and Orochi are like the top threads. If Kazembo's still around, then there's that too. Shout out to Six Pains. In Fishman Island, they mentioned 2 sovereigns meeting. The poneglyph is an apology from Joy Boy. What if Zunisha's crime was causing the meeting to fail? Possibly, what if Zunisha's crime was trampling on one of the sovereigns and accidentally killing them? I mean, that's dark, but if Zunisha trampled on the Ancient Kingdom, I mean, it's possible that something like that happened anyway. And, man. Really need Toki to show up and, tell us what made her, jump into the future in the first place. Oh, here comes a giant elephant foot. It's going to crush me. Whew. Oh, I'm in the future now. I think whatever Zunisha's crime was, is it definitely stopped whatever they were trying to do to prevent what eventually became the world government taking over the world. So there was probably there was a disagreement between one or more kingdoms. There was some sort of an altercation, a war. Joy Boy was, the Luffy type character going up against this new threat that wanted to become the established order and did. So Joy Boy is the Luffy that lost, and Luffy will be the Joy Boy that wins. It's sort of like the baselines. Getting into the specifics can't without more context from Oda, but that all sort of makes sense to me. Barry said Chrissy's her star sister. It's in the cards. See, now that's interesting. Barry said, what if he had to destroy the Ancient Kingdom because there was something there they couldn't let the government get? See, now we're adding layers. Yeah, Zunisha fascinates me as well. Yeah, see, that would be, sort of those Sophie's Choice kind of things. I can't let them have this, but it's also going to kill a bunch of people. This is the hard choice. What do I do? What do I do?
It's about to get spicy.
Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's going to wrap up 1040. Look out for community posts and look out for updates on Discord as well. when I go live for the first time with Twitch. Still got to set some things up, but I might do it tomorrow. If I get it all set up, might do it tomorrow, and then so I might do like a Pokemon Twitch tomorrow to start. Then on Sunday, like Twitch for a little bit with the new episode of One Piece. There's some other episodes I have to catch up on too, so I don't know. Might do that like a separate day, and then throughout the week, just like some more Pokemon, and then eventually, you know, I'll incorporate Xbox and PlayStation into the Twitch things. I also want to do like watch throughs and stuff like that, like different shows that come out that are like, you know, cool. Might give me an opportunity to finally like explore talking about like superhero stuff too that I've wanted to do, because I don't think Twitch's algorithm is like as crazy as YouTube's is. So like if a new show comes out or something, like, you know, I've been into Peacemaker lately. You know, I might watch the new Peacemaker episodes on Twitch or something. I don't know how many more episodes they have, but yeah. But yeah. All right, guys. As always, thanks so much for the support, and I'll do my best to keep everybody updated on you know, when I'm going live on social media here and everything else. Shout out to Les Moi, who just subscribed. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. Thank you to everybody that's here every week. You know, even if you just drop in and, you know, say, hey, I can't stay, but say what's up. You know, I appreciate that stuff too. Everybody that comments on the VODs when it goes to the other channel and everything that watches it later. I never expected to reach 20K. Like, you know, I just turned my camera on and, you know, it's like, but this, more than anything, more than 10K and all of this, like, I don't know what it is about 20K. It might just be because I like the number 2, but like this feels like a real accomplishment, and it's kind of crazy. It's really crazy, but it's thanks to you guys, because man, we're here. All right, my 10-minute goodbyes. I gotta go. Later, everybody.